So I just sent a text to my friend, the one who's gone for several months, the one who I will probably never see again. I'm going to read you part of the text. I'd like to talk to you about my toe. I want to show you, but I don't think it's going to work. He's showing you. I'm not sure. I'm going to read you part of the text, and then I'll show you about my big toe on this side. This one. I'll have to put the camera down so I can show you what I'm talking about. Here's the text to my friend, part of it, not the whole thing. The first was just personal shit about how I wanted them to call me, and I would have run down there just to say goodbye if they were gonna. I don't know if they went out or if they left early or what had happened, but I didn't hear from them, so I eventually just went to bed. But anyway, I waited for you to call me. Didn't know if you went out or had left early or whatever, so I really wanted to quickly run down there and hug both of you goodbye. Okay, now here we go, the nitty gritty here. I am okay. I don't regret. Remember, this is one who was telling me to take the money. She's not the only one. I told you, the only people I know, out of all the people I know, the only person who told me not to take the money from the start was Joe. I am okay. I don't regret not taking that $15,000 that did not belong to me. You and your husband and woman down the street are just three of the people. This phone doesn't have parentheses, so I had to just do it like a one of those top comma things, you know. It doesn't have parentheses on the phone. Not the only people I know who think I was foolish to have handed over to Auntie every penny of that money, but I am glad that I did. Bad enough all the lies that bitch will forever get away with spreading about me. I absolutely refuse to steal my mom's money and give Auntie valid reason to go around telling everyone she knew what a scumbag loser I was. I just didn't want that to happen. Today I returned to Macy's some clothes I had bought online. I returned those panties I told you about, and then that jacket that I had actually originally purchased for my mom on my credit card, but tough shit. She probably won't even remember months from now, and anything can happen in the next several months, you know. I need the money. I returned to Macy's some clothes I bought online. I need every penny I can get. I also bought a camera memory card reader so that I will be able to upload my videos at the library. One of the major things, it's one of the major things, not the only thing, it's also been, you know, my friends' support, but one of the major things that has been helping me cope during this heartbreaking to me madness my life has become is that I have been able to, at the very least, share my sad story with the world via my YouTube channel. It's not much, but at least it's something. At least Auntie is not getting away with all this shit in secret like I know she wishes were the case. I definitely know that. No. Like I said in other videos, even though she said that she was going to do it twice, she has not turned off the utilities on me. If she does, she does, but I'm not going to make it easy for her. She can turn them off, and I will have no choice but to turn them on. It'll just be another thing that I can say about her. Again, she's well off. I'm not saying she's rich, but she's well off. She has $75,000 in my mom. Then I, right now, have $800 to my name, of which I technically owe the lawyer about $600. It's just he hasn't sent a bill, and maybe he never will. Maybe he feels very bad, as he should. But that's the truth I just sent to my friend. It's this that, remember, I have no TV, no internet, but whenever I feel the urge, I can create these videos, and know that at least a few people will be watching them at some point. Like I said to my friend, it's not much, but it's, you know, I should have said it's not much, but it's right, all that I have. It's not much, but at least it's something. Now, let's say about my toe. I don't know if you could see my toe. What do you think, Oma? You think they can see the toe? Move. Get out of my way. This big toe, if you can see it. Out of the way. Yes, I do have nightmares sometimes. I slip into despair often. If I think about things too much, you know, anyway, toe. If I press up top, doesn't hurt, okay? Press in the middle, doesn't hurt. If I press right here, down these bottom of the toenail, or especially right at the very bottom of the toenail, right there, I don't know if you can see it, it fucking kills. It's a sharp, sharp pain, okay? Down here doesn't hurt. If I go like that, doesn't hurt. It's right at the very bottom of the toenail, the two sides. Oh, shit. And right there. So it's at the bottom. And I read online, it could be a number of things. It could be an infection. It could be arthritis. It could be gout, although they say gout's not common in women. It gave a whole bunch of things. It could be, I'm only remembering those, but it kills, it doesn't kill at the top. And it also said, but it definitely said see a doctor. And it said if you wake up and it's hurting, which happened this morning, I woke up and it was hurting, but it doesn't hurt all the time. And it's when I press on it. And they said about bunions or whatever, this is bump on the side there. Yeah, there's something going on, whatever that may be. You don't want to, they say, see that kills, I'm just demonstrating, that kills when I press right there, throbbing pain. Now, most of the time it doesn't hurt. I mean, it's tender. But it's bearable. But that doesn't mean it won't get worse. Out of there. That doesn't mean it won't get worse. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it won't get worse. There's obviously something wrong. And it's never been before. I don't know what's going on. But it is something. I mean, it's not discolored or anything, but it is, you know, tender. And even if I touch it lightly, it hurts. It's just bearable. If I press on it, it kills. It's throbbing. It's like, you know, that hurts bad. Not scream in agony like I burnt my hand, but definitely hurting. Get out of here. It's down the bottom. Ah, shit. Not to the top. These two sides. And the middle right there, the very bottom of the toenail, like that. And it's been going on for a while. So it's not going away, let's put it that way. And it's only this toe, it's not this one. This one's fine, see? But I do, because the way I walk, whatever, I have that bump there and that bump on this toe, see? Bump, bump. But this is the toe that's throbbing and like swollen and tender and whatever, and this toe's not, so I don't know. You tell me what's going on. I need to get my ass to my primary care physician and get referred to a podiatrist. That will be my next priority. After I get uploaded to the library, about 30 videos, maybe more, that I've been creating. Yes, something going on with the toe. press on it, I'm irritating it, so now it's going to be like tender, but it's bearable. When I press on it, it's not bearable. Like if I was experiencing that pain constant as when I press on it, that wouldn't be too cool. I've created a lot of videos over the past 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Mama's toe hurts. Your breath smells awful. We got your teeth done. I said I have no regrets. None. I mean, you heard Karen, what she wrote. She's like, well, maybe you didn't hear, some of you may have, but she's like, you deserve the money, you've been taking care of your mom, whatever, but I have no regrets spending the money for us to live better and spending the money to take care of the 2 dogs, you know what I mean? It's like, just because my mom at the very end doesn't understand where the money went to, and her illness causes her to think that, like Joe said, she doesn't know what things cost. No, shit. She can't decide at the very end, oh, she spent all my money. You know, it's bullshit. Bullshit. Especially, like I said, she was talking about selling the fucking house and giving me half the money, which I'd never have her do. She was always going to give me money to start a new life with Omar if I was going to move out. I've wanted to move out before, and even Auntie has said, oh, you're going to abandon your mom, guilting me. My mom's begged me, please don't leave me, okay? Etc., etc. So this that happened in the end is just wrong on multiple levels. Wrong. Oh, God. That's why I don't want to know. I want to know maybe in the future I will go and print the shit out. You know what I mean? I told you, I'll go print the shit out when I go and apply for my name change. Mama's going to get her name changed. There's no reason why I can't get my name changed. I should be able to, all I should have to say is, there's all kinds of shit I could say, you know. I could say all kinds of shit that I want my name changed, but I could also simply say, you know, I don't want my name associated, I was abused, and, you know, by my father when I was in high school, and I don't want my name associated with him anymore. I can also say I was in an abusive relationship, and he knows me by my name, and, I mean, I know he'll never try to find me, but so what? A judge doesn't know that. No fucking reason why I can't change my name. It's not like I have any criminal background. Change my name. Mama's gonna change her name. Shit. Leave me alone. Stop it. Stop, Omar. Knock it off. Knock it off. Stop. Stop it. Look at him. He's such a bully. Like, what? Just because I'm down at your level, you think that you can just walk all over me? He does, you know. He thinks just because I'm at his level, he can walk all over me. Clearly, look at him. Stop it. Knock it off. I am the boss of you, not the other way around. You understand? Do you understand? That's what he thinks. I can tell. Stop it. You are the dog. I am the person. Just because I'm down on the floor doesn't mean you can walk all over me, but you think you can. Because you're an untrained beast. Auntie condemns me because you were never potty trained. Said it's my fucking fault. She has no compassion whatsoever. It doesn't matter to her that when, you know, you brought that, your mom took that dog and he's untrained. Yeah, I was in an abusive fucking relationship, you freaking unforgiving, unsympathetic cunt. I lived with Donald and his mother. I was working full-time. Donald was not working at all. His mom was working, not as much as me, but she was off doing whatever all the time. She had, a social life and whatever. So Donald was the one home with Omar. He didn't give a shit about training him. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, You'd think Auntie had just had this perfect life and perfect childhood, and she didn't have either, okay? You'd think she'd be more forgiving. She's like, what does she want from me? My mom, I told you, my mom would call me while I was in the shelter and say, she's bitching that the dog was never trained. I did the best I could. I'm lucky I escaped with my fucking life, How am I supposed to train? I can't do the impossible. I was working full time. How am I supposed to train Omar? When we got Omar, I was working full time. Okay? Donald wasn't working at all. So Omar was with them, Donald and his mom. His mom was pissed that Omar wasn't trained. But she lets her son, she's an enabler, and her son's just, you know what I mean? He ruled the roost. He ruled the roost. He ruled the roost. I don't know. Not my fault. Omar was never trained. And could I have trained him since I moved? Yeah, I didn't know. I'm not intelligent about everything. I didn't know you can even train an older dog. I thought if they don't get trained young, The woman down there says you can. She said she's done it. She's trained, because he's going to be 10 years old. She says she's trained old dog to do it. I said, what do? You have to take him out every half hour. But she says first you have to get all the rugs cleaned because they smell or whatever. You have to get all the rugs clean, and then you take them out every half hour. So, I'm not, I need every penny so I can get the fuck out of here. I'm not paying whatever it costs, $300 or $400 to get all these rugs cleaned. I guarantee you Auntie's not going to, arrange for it. Come here, baby. I have to pay such careful attention to his eyes. Make sure no fucking corneal ulcer develops again. That's all I fucking need. Scary. Jesus fucking Christ, please don't let that be another corneal ulcer. Maybe it's just the light. Oh God, I can't deal with this, people. Come here, baby. Is that just the cataract? See, I can't even... His eyes are so funky, people, now. He's got the cataracts, and I don't know. It doesn't know. She doesn't know how to tell. Maybe it's just the light. Like I said, one of the things my mom was telling people, because she just doesn't get it, is she won't let me walk over because she thinks she's perfectly fine. I always have to deal with, she thinks she's perfectly fine. I know she's not, but I'm the bad guy if I do anything that causes her to perceive that I don't think she's perfectly fine. Rock, hard place. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. You know what I mean? Because one of the things I decided, and I can't justify, but it's one of the things she can say. Basically, it's like they say in around the asylum. She can say anything to the outside world, go into these hospitals, say anything she wants. She's believed. Last time, Auntie said, yeah, she went in there and said she'd be fine if you just didn't yell at her all the time. It's a bunch of bullshit. And I set them straight, you know, that you know, she makes up tales or whatnot. Last thing we need is all the services coming after us again, blah, 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 whatever, okay? But now, that was when Auntie and I had our pseudo-friendship. Now, when Auntie hates my guts, she will turn around and back up anything my mom says, regardless of what it is, as long as it's against me. It's total fucking bullshit, people. Oh yeah, Auntie should be careful, because if I was a fucking bitch, I could throw all this text to I could get a free attorney, say, look at this, look at our history from before, look how my mom turned against Auntie. My mom wanted me to be her healthcare proxy. Auntie got at my mom at her most vulnerable. She and the hospital staff and all this, and all what, conspired against me, and this was the end result, and I could fight it, and in the end, Auntie would have to pay, you know, probably, you know, good substantial legal fees. And in the end, nobody would win. The government would take over. The judge would say, this is ridiculous. Nobody in that family is fit to be the woman's guardian, conservator, or whatnot. And that would be all she wrote. I won't do that. But under the circumstances, you'd think Auntie would be nicer to me. You know, because I could do it. I could be a real bitch if I wanted to, spiteful. She couldn't even give my mom the stuff I wanted to give her. It was innocent stuff. It was my mom's stuff that I know, you know, her red sweater, her BG CD, some toiletries. I mean, nothing major. Not like a note or anything like that. It was just, I didn't even have to say, you know, your daughter wanted you to have this. She was there, yeah, your daughter left, you know, she didn't even have to say that. But no, she left it out of spite. She didn't take it out of spite, as I told you in the other video, and it looks like she didn't take the DVD remote, so why take the DVD player if you don't care about having the remote, you bitch? And it looks like she didn't take part of I think it was the PC modem or something, and she needs that to get her full refund back. You know what I mean? So she should have just taken everything, but she didn't. She did not. That was purely out of spite. Now, fuck her, I'm not going to leave it again. She had her chance, she didn't take it, you know. She didn't want to take the other stuff, and she didn't realize that the PC modem has that cord thing attached, and so she'll get less money back. They're probably going to, when she turns it in, where's the cord? Oh, well, you know, she won't, what is she supposed to say? You know, she's not going to say the truth. This is so fucked, all of it. But I had more reason than ever, and she was still bitching to me. Why can't I walk Omar? I had more reason than ever. I was scared even having her take him out in the yard. I had her limited, but I can't stay here 24/7 either. If she's home with Omar, she's got to take him out. I have to take my chances, but he loves to poke his head into bushes and twigs, and he can't see. He's blind in one eye practically, and losing his sight in the other eye. He's got cataracts in both. One is, according to the vet, he's almost completely blind, okay? Even more reason for me not to have my mom walk Omar. Remember, I decided that when she was really over-medicated, and she was also had that pneumonia and didn't know it, and all this crap was going on, you know. And she, I was noticing things with the dog. I'm like, you know, you're not walking Omar anymore by yourself. You can walk him with me. I'm not having you do it. And she didn't like that. It's one of the, she wants to think there's nothing's wrong with her, so of course she's going to grab it. Auntie going along with it. Auntie trusts her to be living on her own, basically, something that I said can't happen. It shouldn't happen. It can't. And look at, now it's happening. So, like the woman who takes care of Angel says, she agrees with me. She's like, it's totally fucked. And she's like, you know, it's out of your hands now. Whatever happens, happens. Yep. And Auntie can't say she wasn't warned if something bad, unfortunately, happens. It's out of my hands. I'm merely an observer. I don't understand any of this. But I do understand it's Auntie's arrogance. Auntie doesn't like me. I'm hyper. I overreact. So my mom it can't possibly be what I said it was, and there's no reason why my mom can't live alone. You know, Auntie can keep an eye. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, she's living alone. And Auntie's not going to stop going on vacations twice a year either, for a couple weeks at a time or whatnot. Then my mom will be totally alone. Such bullshit. All bullshit. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Going to bed on the couch still. But I'm getting there. I did a lot these last 2 days. And it's all neat in here. I can show you. It's all neat. It's not like, it's all neat. Okay. Let me put the glasses on. Show you. I made sure there's nothing that like says the address or anything like that, you know. There's my books and journals. And here's boxes piled up nice and neat over here. There's food behind there, shoes. These 2 boxes of shoes, 9 of them had that, I'm missing that one sneaker, like I said. That's my college thing. See, I won't show you the yearbook underneath, of course. But that's his college memories. There's all kinds of stuff inside of it. Little pictures. There's the camera memory thing that I'm going to use to upload videos tomorrow at the library. That's how you're going to get these videos. There's the stuff Auntie wouldn't let my mom have. The red sweater and the CD, BG CD, and just some toiletries. You know, nothing major, but she left them behind out of spite. What else is new? There's my pile of First for Women and Women's World magazines that, well, a lot of them I haven't read, but I'm going to have nothing but time on my hands the next several months while I save up enough money to get the fuck out of here, so. There's food. Remember I took all my food out of the shelves because I was going to pack it up. And there you have it. Exciting, huh? What do you think, Omar? Of course I'm not doing good. I wrote to my friend I'm okay, which means I'm not just curled up in a little ball and screaming constantly. I'm being productive. I left the house today. Took the bus to the mall, you know. Got my salvation, which is my little camera memory card, and actually I forgot that looks like a flash drive. Now I'm going to look, and I said I might have one, and then I can return that, and I can add $9 to my millions, $9 to my approximately maybe $800, something like that. I might have to pay $100 to the plumber because I'm scared that whole thing's going to come out of the wall, and then I won't be able to ever take a shower again. I'll have to just take a bath. I told you that Aquasana thing's driving me nuts. I'm not going to be keeping that. I won't be having them send me any more filters. It was a $60 experiment, and I wasn't happy with it. I can't really tell the difference in the water. I believe that it works, but for whatever reason, it doesn't do it at Joe's. Maybe mine's defective, because remember I stayed with Joe for 3 months. My thing, it turns. The momentum of the water causes it to turn. Maybe Joe has a different Aquasana one, I don't know. All I know is it shouldn't do that. It didn't do it right away, but it does it now. It's pissing me off to no end. It drives me nuts. And then I've tried to pull on it, and then it's going to wind up coming out of the wall. I told you, my mom's pipes here are bad. That would have cost thousands of dollars, though, so we didn't do it. She didn't decide to do it, but because they'd have to open up the whole wall. He's like, your pipes are shot. He said it before. But it's how they built it. They did shoddy work, and the pipes are not put in right, and they're just, you know. But it would cost a lot of money, so. In the end, if the government doesn't take over the house, because my mom winds up in a nursing home, and if Auntie winds up selling it or whatever, she can either put some work into it or just sell it as is, you know. Sometimes they recommend putting work into it because then you can sell it for more, and you wind up being able to sell it for more than the amount of the work you put into it. You know, it'll add more value to the house. Omar, of course, have you seen? I've showed you. He's destroyed the door, the bathroom, the siding, but that really doesn't cost that much to fix, especially if you have a friend who can do that kind of work or something. It's not that bad. And anything having to do with the rugs, you can get them shampooed and they're good as new, you know. It's not like there's stains on the rugs or anything. I mean, anything like that, I don't know. I don't really care. Like I said, I'm just an observer now. I know Auntie is just talking out of her ass, trying to sweet talk me and whatnot, probably so that I would have been a good little girl and done what she wanted, which was to put the utilities in my name, which I'm not going to do unless forced to do so. In which case, then I can, you know, tell people she made good on her threat. She turned him off. She hasn't done it yet. I'm sure she's pissed. But so what? It's only fair you pay the utilities. No, nothing about this is fair to me, Auntie. Don't give me your little, oh, it's only fair. Nothing about this is fair, okay? I'm screwed out of everything. I don't have a mother anymore. Don't even pull your little it's only fair bullshit with me. Drop the facade. I'm not buying it for a second.